Greetings. Welcome, family and friends. This is Personal Gov. I'm JP Watkins. This is where you come for food for your mind and motivation for your soul. And this time, I don't even have a chosen topic. I just want to speak from the heart. It's a lot of hurt going on out here. It's a lot of brokenness going around out here. As someone who's come from a broken home, as a former child that used to be underserved, under-resourced, I know how that brokenness can spill over into your adulthood. It shapes you. A lot of the things that some of our parents used to do, we may find ourselves doing. The way that you discipline your kids or the way that you don't discipline your kids. Maybe, your parents were hard on you, so you're not hard on your kids. Or vice versa. Maybe you may repeat that same thing. I find myself, like a lot of times, my sense of resiliency, a lot of that came from my mom. My mom had 7 kids. And I remembered, if she gets frustrated waiting on somebody to get a ride home, she was ready to go. When she was ready to go, she was ready to go. And it wasn't, back when pre-Uber, when cabs were super popular, the only thing you had, and you call a cab and say, hey, we busy. You got to wait an hour and a half. No, I ain't got to wait no hour and a half. Hey, let's go. She'd pack up, and next thing you know, we off walking from, 2 hours. Kids, two kids on each hip. And, we holding each other's hand, and we'd be tired. We'd be crying, oh, Mom, I'm tired. I'm hungry. Hey, shut up. Get over here. So one of the things that spilled over into my adulthood, where, hey, when I didn't have a car, my car was broke down, you didn't hear me. Hey, I can't get no way to work. Hey, only way I didn't get to work was I just didn't want to go. Hey, I wonder how long it's going to take me. And I would walk 2 hours, 2.5 hours to work. And I've done this many times. But that's something that I inherited from my mom. A lot of my strong will I get from my mom. And me and my mom didn't have the greatest relationship. So guess what? What am I saying? What I'm saying is learn how to move forward. Some of those things that you look as a negative, some of that adversity is actually an advantage. A lot of the resilience that some of us have, we have because we had hard times. We had hard times. So it was easier for us to learn how to adapt. I talked to a friend of mine, shout out to Lito, talk about different things. Like, when I'm driving from one side of the country to the other, hey, it's nothing for me to have water in the car, to have canned goods in the car. Weeks worth, but that comes from not having. That comes from being used to having to be in survival mode. Waking up into a house with no food. So, but at some point in time, your survival mode will keep you stuck. If you're in survival mode, you got to learn how to shift, and it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to shift from surviving to learning how to thrive. So how do you make that shift? One of the key things that's going to help you make that shift, you got to get exposed to different examples. So if you only grew up with drug users and drug addicts and pimps and pushers and predators, that's what you've learned. That's what you see. So everybody you see say, hey, look, I'm going to be the predator or I'm going to be the prey. That's where your mind looks. So then you start saying, hey, look, I got to do whatever I got to do. So, hey, if it comes down to being a predator, if I have to be a predator, that's what I'm going to be. Because I don't want to be nobody's prey. I don't want nobody stalking me. So then you get that mindset. You get that binary mindset. This or that. But man, look, we got a wide spread. There's so much out there. So many more types of people out there. But you got to get exposed to examples. So one of the things to do so that you don't get stuck, all that different residue from childhood, or that residue from that domestic violence, or that residue from when you used to be in the streets, when you used to be a dope boy, or that residue from when you used to be a prostitute, right? Pull that out. You have to learn how to shift. So maybe you're a victim of that instant gratification. That instant gratification, it enslaves so many of us. Whether it's just sex. Hey, I don't want Miss Right. I won't Miss Right now. I want who's going to give me some sexual access right now today. Some of the young ladies, that's why they fall into bed with a lot of these dope boys, right? He got money today. No, yeah, I know. Yeah, he's smart. Yeah, I know he want to go to school and be a, He want to be a social scientist, or he want to be a surgeon, but he gonna be in school for the next 8 years, girl. I ain't, no. I want somebody that I can turn up with and turn out with right now. And next thing you know, right now, yeah, he paying your bills right now. He getting your nails done right now. You know, he paying for your weaves and your wigs right now. But then when he get that 20-year sentence, you back to ground B. You back into having to use your adornment, your body, as a commodity. And you may not be out on the corner selling yourself, but you know if you don't really want to build something long term with this guy, that's what are you doing? You hustling yourself. It's a different type of hustle. You're not hustling your body from the corners with just random strangers, but you're still hustling yourself because you're hustling your heart. And you know that you don't love this person. This may not even be the type of person that you like. You like the access. But then what happens is you fall into survival mode. And you surviving from one hustler to the next. You know, same thing, fellas. You get out, what do? Oh man, I'm a felon now. I don't know nothing else. I'm going back to do what I did. So you're going to go right back to the dog that bit you so he can bite you bigger next time. So he can bite you deeper next time. So now you're a second and third and fourth time convicted felon. And if you're in certain states, hey, okay, 3 times strikes. 3 strikes, you out. Because you keep going and doing the same thing. Why? Because instant gratification. You can go buy that package today and have a pocket full of money to tomorrow. Or even tonight. But we got to invest. We got to say, hey, look, how do I shift? So one of the things to do is get around different people. Expose yourself to different people. You know, especially now with social media. You can look around, you can look at all these, from chubby to chiseled, you know, from prison population to publication. You know, you can look from inmate to excellence. It's so many examples out there of people that have went from the underbelly of society, and they floated and they reinvented themselves, right? They invested in themselves. They say, you know what? So what? I started out as a drug of society. So what? I was deeply addicted to drugs, alcohol, food, or whatever. I'm on the road to refinement. I'm going to redeem myself. I'm going to raise my expectations. And I'm going to raise my expectations by exposing myself to a different social circle, right? So it's important to get exposed to different people. Get out there, reach out, be bold. Be bold. Hey, you bold enough to sell that dope? You bold enough to sell your body? You bold enough to just talk to anybody when it comes to some sexual access? So be bold enough. Reach out there. Reach out to that car lot and say, hey, you know what? Hey, I used to be in the streets. I got a pretty good mouthpiece. I'm good at communicating with people from all walks of life. Hey, what I got to do to be a car salesman? I see you successful. I see you got 3-4 car lots. What I got to do? You see what I'm saying? Take that negative and turn it to a positive. Hey, your boldness, that's a gift. A lot of people, they paralyzed. It's people, they sit there and they troll and they track and they stalk people's pages and they never say nothing to them. Months and months at a time. Sometimes years. And they like all the little pictures and never just say, look on the thing and say, oh, she's single. And you never reach out and say, hey, I think you're an attractive young lady. I like some of your posts. I'd like to get to know you better. Hey, why don't you let me take you out sometime? You know what? And if they ignore you, if they say no, so what? At least you said something. Hey, that gets me back to my chance management 101. If you don't take a chance, you ain't got a chance. And even the smallest chance is better than no chance. So I'm asking you, take a chance in your life. If you've been locked in survival mode, it's time to get in thrival mode. Ask yourself, pull out a piece of paper. What 2 things are you going to do today that's going to help you change your life tomorrow? If you're dealing with temper issues, what you going to do to improve your temper? If you're dealing with emotional brokenness, what are you going to do to start healing? If you're unemployed, what are you going to do to skill up and scale up? What YouTuber are you going to check out? If you're struggling spiritually, who are you going to check out? You're going to check out T.D. Jakes? You're going to check out Dr. Miles Monroe? Maybe you not into that type of faith formation. Maybe you more into the meditation. So maybe you're going to check out some Louise Hay. Maybe you're going to check out somebody that's really into like affirmations and stuff like that. Maybe you're going to check out Tony Robinson, Eric Thomas. But what are you going to do today that's going to help build a better tomorrow for you? Well, that's my time for the day. If you enjoyed, please share it. In the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve.